Bullet Train, is it good, is it bad, should you go, should you not? Find out today. Hi, how you doing today? It's Just Jess here. Hope you're having a good day. And today, yes, Bullet Train, we are going to go at AMC Niles 12 at 4:15 in IMAX. That's right, in IMAX. If you don't know who I am, hello, hi, my name is Jess. My YouTube channel, it's Just Jess. Here we do movie reviews, giving you the biggest and best reviews of the movies that are releasing at the time. So please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss a video. Stick around towards the end because we are gonna go see Bullet Train in IMAX. We're going to leave. So we got the movie Bullet Train. Is this movie worth going in IMAX? Honestly, that really probably depends on you. I mean, if you're looking for a fun, dumb popcorn type of movie, then this is definitely worthy adversary to go see this in IMAX. The cameos are pretty cool, especially the secret cameos that the trailer or nor IMDb can post, because some of them that I found out, I was like, okay, that's cool. Some of the sounds are absolutely downright cool, especially when you see this in IMAX when people are getting killed, when people are in the train, when there's other trains passing by. I thought the sounds were pretty cool to see it in IMAX. Though, to be honest with you, the movie is not filmed for IMAX. You can just see it in this format. So though it's not like Thor Love and Thunder where you can actually like film for IMAX necessarily, you can just watch it in that upgraded format, which isn't a bad thing. But if you're still iffy, I think regular would be okay. But for most of us that are still looking for that wacky, weird cameo experience, then yeah, IMAX is definitely the way to go, unless you have like AMC A-List or Movie Pass. So Bullet Train, what kind of movie is this? Is it an action adventure thrilling movie with blood and gore that takes place on a high moving speed octane train based on Tokyo, which is where the movie takes place. The movie starts off with these cast of characters, hence secret cameos that you've seen in the rest of the industry, in the movie industry. They all play these wacky, weird, gorgeous, downright ugly, bad, weird characters in this movie that are in this moving train in Tokyo. One thing that I really love is the different scenery that this movie takes, because even though 85% of the movie takes place, well, the whole movie takes place on the moving train, but like the last 20 minutes they're still in the train, but they're like somewhere close towards the train. I was like, how can they pique your interest for this long? And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, it felt really cool because it's a one whole train, but there's different cars between that train. It also shows us the different scenery on Tokyo with the neon lights. Now, I also love the neon lights because every time they introduce these characters, hence Bullet Train, like Ladybug, which is Brad Pitt, which we'll get in that more in a second, they show his neon lights, and then I think it was like Chinese or Japanese logo, which I thought that was pretty cool because I live in the United States and we don't really have bullet trains like that. Hence, I don't really think we use trains like that. So it's nice to see that coming from their perspective because they look pretty fast, going like 200 plus an hour as the movie that what they showed us. And I was like, whoa, this is actually pretty cool because we don't see anything like that in the United States. I was like, So basically all these characters, wacky, weird backgrounds that come to haunt them, intersecting timelines between each other's like life paths, which not gonna ruin anything for you, come to this moving train to get this briefcase and just get out because it supposedly has money. Now there's drama between some characters. Now you don't know which character is going to be like the real one, the bad one, the deceivious one, who's working together, who's not. However, we do get like the main protagonist, well, the main character. His name is Brad Pitt, and he's known as Ladybug because he supposedly has like bad luck throughout his life, and he's with his handler, his like case handler, his psychiatrist, whatever. He's like, I need to get this train. And it doesn't really explain us why this happens until later on, like with some of the backstory. But I want to be honest with you guys, the first 30 minutes of the movie, I kind of thought it was boring. I was like, okay, this is kind of a little bit difficult to be like convoluted with the story. It was hard to follow. However, after 30 minutes, it really just took clear to me because I was like, you know what? Like maybe they're just explaining weird stuff from different angles. And I was like, okay, let's do that. Let's handle that. And it did pay off because the movie goes like it just flatlines. I'm like, okay, well, this is kind of boring, but then it goes up and I thought it was pretty cool, but it does take a while for it to get going. It can be a little confusing in the beginning and it was a little bit hard to follow, especially for me. And I was just like, why? Like I loved all these cameos, but I just didn't know why they were there or what they were doing. But then with some of the movie backstory revealed as the plot thickens, we learn more of why all of them are there and why some of them are just single, together, devious, and whatnot. But it was overall nice touch to see all these people introduced with a little bit of backstory every time they're in the train, because not everyone has like the same amount of screen time, but every time someone shows up, a little bit of backstory, a little bit like a neon colors, which I thought that was great. So we follow Brad Pitt, known as Ladybug, throughout this movie trying to get this case. He's the first one that has it, but then we see other characters such as Bad Bunny as the Wolf. Now, I liked his backstory. He came for some like wedding. I can't even like talk about his backstory without ruining the story. So he comes into the foreplay. He has some beef with Ladybug, which is Brad Pitt. They get into a nice fight. Now, all of these fights are nice, but the trailer doesn't show that they're more bloodier and more gorier than the trailer itself. Because when I was watching the movie, I'm like, oh my gosh, that wasn't in the trailer, which is a nice surprise because I loved all the fights. I thought they were humorous, kind of funny. The movie did feel like it was trying too hard at times, but overall, 85% of the movie I loved. I love the love relationship or the brothership between Aaron Taylor Johnson, Tangerine, as well as Brian Tyree. I'm sorry if I'm not saying that name right, or Brian Tyree as Lemon. Logan Lerman is this movie. He plays as the son, and Hirokazu Sanada, which is the guy from Scorpion in Mortal Kombat 2021, plays as the Elder. And every single time one of these characters gets introduced, they show the neon signs, the English name, and then some Japanese, Chinese logo underneath. And I don't really know because I don't speak or know that language, but I thought that was pretty cool. There is some secret cameos, and I loved at least one of them. One of them I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe they're here. I was gonna say he or she, but I was like, yeah, this is pretty cool. Because when I really say it's a fun, dumb popcorn type of action adventure thriller popcorn movie, it's cool because all of these wacky characters are real people that we know, secret cameos in the movie industry, playing some character that helps the main protagonist or the other characters try to get this briefcase. And that's what it all really comes down to, getting this briefcase, being dumb about it, and then leaving it without like hurting anybody, which they do a lot, without like dying. But there is a lot of death, which is pretty cool. I didn't expect like an Oscar nominee for this movie, but it is a nice, fun, pleasant time. That's how I can say to you. Now, some parts were a little bit drawn on at times, and I was just like, is this really need to be here? But to be honest with you guys, it was fun. People, wacky cameos, wacky characters just coming into the moving train with amazing scenery, neon lights, Tokyo, fighting, blood, gory, hand-to-hand combat, using the things around them in this small confined space. That's why I really like, because the train had different levels of like realism to it. Like they had the quiet lounge, and they had like this gaming one, they had the alcohol train. It was cool because you see the characters progress from different parts of the bullet train, and I thought that was pretty cool because I was like, oh my god, this is a different room, different room, different room. So the last 30 minutes can be a little bit drawn out, but I did have overall fine with it. I'm giving this movie a C+. If you made it this far, I appreciate you so much. Maybe consider hitting that subscribe button and turning on notifications so you never miss a video. With that, I'll see you again. Peace.